Hey everybody, how are you? This is Karen from Philly. Welcome to episode 1, the world premiere, Bird's Ear View, presented by MWOT Music. We're so happy you joined us. Wow. This is like the culmination of a lifelong dream. I'm just chilling here with my man Dylan Garvin, producer. This show is executive produced by KarenFromPhilly, starring me, Karen from Philly, and DJ at ThaWalrus1. THA Walrus number 1, and he certainly is number 1. Wait till you hear how Walrus killed it this episode. So what is going on here? I'd like to know too. So basically what happened is that I've loved EDM my whole life. I'm 52 years old. I'm not gonna lie. So I've loved EDM my whole life, and we'll talk about that, but I'm sort of more familiar with calling it house music. And so I always dug house, but I didn't know a lot of song titles and artist names. And then what happened was one day, this is totally random, I was in an Uber because my bus was late. And okay, so I'm in an Uber, and the Uber driver is playing upscale, elite, progressive EDM, and I'm so excited because I love that music, and the ride was so cool. And you know how on so I think the feed was coming from Sirius XM, so the artist and title was in the dashboard, and I was looking at it, and so the first song was Coming Back to Me by Lane 8, and the next song was October by Kikis. And we're probably gonna mispronounce some artists or titles or something like that, but we'll talk about that too. Everything is totally cool. So I'm in this Uber ride, and I'm I'm mostly listening to at the time I was mostly listening to hip hop and older electronica, Daft Punk and stuff like that, but some hip hop so that I could dance for my boyfriend, but we'll get into that later. But anyway, so I'm in this Uber, and I'm these songs are so great, and I copied down the artist and the title, and I was I gotta jam that out, and I love those songs, and I jammed it out. But that really inspired me, and I started listening to those two songs, Coming Back to You and October. They're not on this show, but we'll get to that, and we'll deal with that on a future ep. So I started going people are doing this? The songs were so cool. Lane 8 and Kikis, the songs were so cool, and I'm people are doing this? And so that set me off on a journey. As if being transgendered is not enough, I went on another journey, and I just listen to SoundCloud and YouTube all the time, and I'm they have tens of thousands of songs, but I've picked 16 great ones. Then I deem that worthy of its own podcast. Okay, so the first song we heard, we're not like most EDM shows, which are focused on new music and sound real focus on new music, don't have a lot of talk. So we're going to be talking about the music, about our lives, and all kinds of stuff, and it's going to be really ill. So, SoundCloud and YouTube have tens of thousands of songs, but when I started listening to Lane 8, Coming Back to You, and Kikis, October, that changed that changed how YouTube and SoundCloud, like what they thought I liked. And it opened me up to like so much more music. And it was so ill, like what's going on. And like, I just want to say, first of all, most EDM shows focus on new music. There's a lot of like excitement about new music. And that's not this show. Most of the songs we're going to play today are like 1 year to 4 years old. But they're incredible. They're elite progressive EDM or house. And we'll talk about that. Like some things I've learned about EDM is that it's very clicky, but I'm not in any click. I really should be using my girl voice, but I'm not right now. It's okay. Let me just get comfortable. I just want you guys to know nothing can touch this music that I've picked. And I just want to say shout outs right now to DJ ThaWalrus1, who did such a phenomenal job and is doing such a phenomenal job. You're going to love what you hear today. The opening music bed was Roald Velden, Around the World. That is the Blood Groove and Kikis remix. Could be Kikis, I don't know, again with the pronunciation. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I just want to say nothing can touch this music when it's done right. And that's where I come in. My ear for this is outstanding. And so the first music bed we heard was Roald Velden, Around the World. And this is a song by a DJ by the name of Vintage and Morelli, who's actually one dude. And he's very incredible, very cool. He's like retweeted me and liked me on Twitter a couple times. And it's so chill. And the name of this song is Dark Room, Happy Thoughts. And that's actually how this all started. I mean, there's a bunch of ways where it all started. But after I got that, like, Lange and Ikara stuff, I started listening to this music in a dark room. And for the most part, had happy thoughts. But not all the time, you know. But I try. I try real hard. So let's just check out for a little bit. I'm going to talk from the beginning of songs, the end of songs, sometimes during. But you're going to love it, okay? Just like I love this music, you're going to love it. So let's just jam out for a second. Let me catch my breath and jam out to Vintage and Morelli, Dark Room, Happy Thoughts, right here on Bird's Ear View, MWOT Music. Karen from Philly. Vintage and Morelli has some really great mixes on Arrival Showcase and JTech's podcast. Hit me up if you need any links to these great artists and great songs. Hit me up on Twitter at JoeMatFan, JoeMatFan. And speaking of that, like later on in the show, I will discuss the end of MWOT, the Monumental Waste of Time podcast that was about Joe Matarese that I hosted with my buddy Steve Miller at Bless Your Grind on Twitter. I will talk about at the end of the show a little bit what that was all about, why that show ended. I owe that to you guys. You guys are my friends and my fans, and I just sort of pulled up on you, and I need to like get into that a little bit, and I'll just do it from the heart because I have nothing written down. I have some stuff written down, but I don't have anything written down about that per se, just a little bit. But I will get into that. You know, to me, what I love about this music is like, because there's not vocals, it's about interpreting the songs to me, because for the most part they lack vocals. And what's cool for me is I'm a connoisseur of instrumentals. So about these songs, let your imagination run wild, because you determine what they're about. You know what I mean? Only about 3 or 4 of the songs we're gonna play have vocals. So it's like, it's really about your interpretation of them. And every song's not like, the key to life, but so much can be gleaned from them. Like, it's very cool. And so that's why I love this music, among other things. Now, I just want to throw this in there. Not that I'm doing it a lot, but this is a great music to listen to porn to. And how I know that is I listen with my headphones, and I don't actually watch porn while listening to this music, but it's in my Twitter feed. And I'm going to use my girl voice soon. But anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to my transition soon from male to female. So, I'm just having fun, guys. I'm just having a really lot of fun. I'm going to give some quick shout outs to people that are like very important to me, like executive producer KarenFromPhilly, DJ ThaWalrus1, who just did a stunningly great job, Joe Matarese, comedian, Steve Miller, my partner in MWOT, Mike David of Red Bar, Jules Felker David of Red Bar. These are people that support me and help me. And also you, I'm not going to get into a whole long thing here, but I know who supports my transition and me in general and my projects and stuff. So this is all new and exciting, okay? As we continue with Vintage and Morelli. This one guy, very cool DJ. He's very, very incredible at certain things. Like, I've listened to a lot of his mixes on the internet, and he's so great at bringing in the next song at an accelerated pitch. It's very cool. But this is his own song. He's not just mixing other people's songs. He put this song out. This is called Dark Room, Happy Thoughts. And as we switch into this next song, Ripples by Matt Lange. And Ripples by Matt Lange is so ill, okay? You can get lost in Ripples. It's such a high to get lost in Ripples. This is called Ripples by Matt Lange. And I saw a tweet one time while I was listening to this song that was so epic. Casey Jones at Trans can Liver wrote on May 11th, 2019, I got me a girlfriend. That's pretty dope. And I love that feeling, man, when you have new love. Like, that's such an incredible feeling. So that tweet really stood out for me. What's really interesting was Casey Jones, like, gave me some encouragement, like, right before the show started, like, you know, unknowing that I was gonna, like, hype up that tweet. So, like, everything is really popping and everything feels really good right now. So this is an interesting song title, Ripples. Like, what are ripples? They're a small wave or a series of waves on the surface of water, especially as caused by an object dropping into it or a slight breeze. I think it's also a potato chip, but that could be provincial, I don't know. But Ripples is so ill. The song came out in August of 2015. Let's just enjoy it for a little bit. Matt Lange, Ripples, Bird's Ear View, MWOT Music. Okay, DJ at ThaWalrus1, like, what a great segue. And Walrus is like new to the game. We're not gonna like make it seem like he's been like playing at clubs since, you know, the 90s. Like, Walrus just helped me out. You know, it's really interesting. The executive producer, KarenFromPhilly, and Walrus, I've never met them. It's just like a statement on society. Like, they've helped me cultivate this, and I've never met them, and I hope that changes over time, but it's a real statement that they're so supportive and we're working so great together. So that was an awesome segue by Walrus. And talk a little bit about segues versus mixes, not too much. Like, you know, mix, an accomplished DJ, you know, intricate like beat amalgamation and stuff like that, but Walrus just did it by feel, man, and like, he killed it. This whole episode, Walrus like jammed it out, and the segues are so on point, upscale. I couldn't be more grateful. This song is called Rise, and it's by Marsh and Jesse Bullitt. Original mix. And it's very special to me. It's a song that reminds me of KarenFromPhilly, my #1 fan, who's like my buddy and means so much to me. I've never been supported like I have been by KarenFromPhilly. And this song reminds me of her so much. It's so multifaceted, it's relentless, never gives up. It's beautiful. It's sophisticated and so caring. And that intro to this song was almost perfect. It came out in June 2017. Let's check out a little bit of Rise right here on MWOT Music's Bird's Ear View. Karen from Philly. Walrus killing it. DJ ThaWalrus1 killing it as we transition from Rise to Ground Controlled by Böhmer. And these songs are like my found poetry. I see everything in these songs. I make all my important decisions to this music. I do whatever the music motivates me to do. And this song, Ground Control, is stunning. Ground Control by Böhmer always reels me in. It came out in 2018. It always reels me in when I'm tripping. Always centers me. I love it. It's so peaceful yet so intricate. Ben Böhmer has that weird line over the O in his name. I think he's from Germany. But I'm pretty sure that despite this, his last name is pronounced Böhmer. And this song makes you feel like beautiful. It's like you're soaring without any concerns in the sky. It's peaceful and pretty, but you don't have to worry about falling because of ground control, okay? And Ben Böhmer is a Berlin-based music producer and live act. He has like 15.5k Instagram followers. And I think they already came on. This song has like birds in it. And that's my favorite animal. And these songs in EDM and house, they often feature birds or kids or people chanting. So that's a very cool element to it. Something interesting happened very recently. About a week ago, Ben Böhmer was on the bill of a show at the Brooklyn Mirage. You can find them on Twitter at Brooklyn Mirage. And they had a tweet about a show the following night that was amazingly written, but it had twists and turns, and I'm gonna read that tweet right now, and like we'll try to figure it out together. The tweet said, "Get ready to experience a memorable night connecting with the music and each other. Tomorrow night through Lane 8's remix package of his Visions track. Leave your phones and cameras at home and witness the producer's special 2-hour opening and 3-hour closing set." Let's examine this tweet. It's very cool because in describing the music, it says, "A memorable night connecting with the music and each other." And that's such a cool thing about this music. Like, yeah, a lot of it is drug related, but you know, not really, because you can just link on with people about the music and over the music. Like, there's so many DJs I'm into right now that it's amazing. And it's a feeling of bringing people together. Like DJs like Shingo Nakamura, Christina Sky, Vintage and Morelli, and more, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna talk about people and like figure out what's going on, you know what I mean? Also very important to me, DJ Frank Richards out of Thailand and Vegas. And we'll explain why he's important to me too. But looking still at that tweet, the Brooklyn Mirage tweet, the phone ban is ridiculous. Okay, like how can we relate to each other without phones? So if you go to that show, they're saying don't bring your phone. But I don't see how that's plausible in the modern era. I don't see it. For that to actually happen, like for you to go to a show without your phone, like you would have to like live close to the venue for it to even be considered. Because without your phone, that would take away the fun. And what are they worried about? I don't understand. Like, I can see a comedian saying, like, don't bring phones to the show, like, because you don't want to, like, a comedian doesn't want their material on the internet, you know what I mean, as they go into new markets and stuff. But, like, why is Lane 8 caring about whether people film their set? Like, we're just jamming and we just want to enjoy it. And even though we've heard it a million times, we're going to go crazy. People will just jam all over again. And so I hope we're not even talking about the light show. If the concern is that, like, people would film the light show, I hope we can come to the decision in the year 2019 that a light show is just a backdrop, okay? Like, nothing that needs to be protected. Let's jam out a little bit more to Ground Control by Böhmer. There's my birds. I love my birds. Right here on MWOT Music. Bird's Ear View. Feeling good. I'm not actually doing good with the transitions of like when songs are ending, but I'll get used to it. This next song is So Lit. And also, I just want to reiterate, these songs are picked by me. They're handpicked by me with assistance from DJ ThaWalrus1. And this song right here is called Wildfire by Eleve. Eleve, not spelled like the pain reliever. It's also our first song with lyrics. Most songs in EDM fall into three categories. They'll have no vocals, full vocals, or some vocals. And Eleve came out in 2016. It really reminds me of New York City, like a sophisticated scene in New York City. It's so chill. So obviously it's the same lyrics over and over again, but it sounds amazing. Very like disco-y song. I think they're saying My Only Dream, but I'm not sure. I'm not really good at that. So if it is saying My Only Dream, that's really chill because they're just dreaming and wanting to have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. Hang out and check out this classic song right here on MWOT Music, Bird's Ear View. The song is very sexual too, if you can see, like when he comes in and I don't know what he says, but something about like something your way. It's like very sexual. So elite, so upscale. Wildfire by Eleve. DJ ThaWalrus1 killing it right now. Right here on MWOT Music. Also want to give a shout out to my man MJR, the dance show with MJR. Michael Roach. Very influential to me. Very cool dude. Lover of EDM. And someone I look up to in this industry. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm not like super duper into trance, but I love it when it's like incredible, and DJ Christina Sky makes it incredible. Another people that make this incredible is 7 Baltic with the song Elysium right here on MWOT Music Bird's Ear View. Karen from Philly, DJ ThaWalrus1. Keep it locked. Sounding good. Elysium by 7 Baltic. This is out of Poland, y'all. That's the other cool thing about EDM. It's global. Love that. This song is so hype, man. This song is like always looking forward, but has an appreciation for the past. For some reason, it makes me feel like eating chocolate Special K. The cereal, not the drug. I did K one time, the drug, and it was amazing, but I don't advocate drug use. I'm 10 years clean. But back in Vegas, I did Special K one time, and it was like very cool. I was hanging out with 1996 World Series of Poker champion Huck Seed, who didn't do K. I don't want to like impugn him, but I just remember being on K, hanging out with Huck. Very cool. Taking you on a trip, bitch. I looked this song up on YouTube. It has 616 views. Like, that is ridiculous. Came out in 2015. This show that we're putting on today, like Bird's Ear View, is stunning musically, and Elysium, this song right here, is a big part of that. So kick back and enjoy Elysium by 7 Baltic. fucking ill. So this is called EDM, electronic dance music, which is a bizarre name. And like I said earlier, I called it house. And that's a dated reference, but I still use it periodically, but I'm starting to use it less and less. The problem with EDM, electronic dance music, is that dance can connote a lack of credibility. But actually, to the contrary, these songs are like compositions. They're often like 2 or 3 songs in one. And what I'm doing, talking over songs, is counterculture in this industry, but it's no problem to me because I don't think there's enough talk about this music. There's talk about the superstars, the Calvin Harrises, the whoever's, and there's not a lot of talk about the guys that are just grinding it out that I really dig. So basically, I picked a lot of songs that I really dig by artists that are not that well known, and it's almost like I'm making the world a mixtape. It's weird, but I feel good about it. Like, not just making it for some chick, I'm making it for like billions of people. And now we come to like one of the most incredible songs ever. Okay, this song is What a Find by me. This song is called Sunday in Central Park, original mix by James Woods. Not the actor, of course, but so this song, you might hate it at first, okay? Like I did. But I started to love it. Like, it's so good. It's about a Sunday in Central Park in New York City. It came out in 2015. And the song is like so cute. Now, Karen Philfan says it's about rollerblading, but I don't understand. Is the song about rollerblading, or is like, is this a song you can rollerblade to? I don't know. Like, so that's a weird, that's a really weird thing. And there's not a lot of information about the artist, James Woods. There's not a lot of information about him online. So it's sort of like a searching for Sugarman kind of scenario. Check this song out, y'all. Right here on Bird's Ear View, MWOT Music, Sunday in Central Park by James Woods. So this song is reflective of a Sunday in Central Park. And that's so ill, like, because it's a very ambitious project to undertake, telling the world, hey, I can summarize what a Sunday in Central Park is like in New York City. And this artist did that very successfully. So we give them incredible props. We give James Woods incredible props for the song Sunday in Central Park right here on MWOT Music Bird's Ear View as we transition into an incredible song, Canary by Joseph Ashworth. The least hip name in the history of show business. But like, it doesn't matter because this is a masterpiece. Now, at first, I thought this was a cheap, low-grade knockoff, but then I realized it was amazing. It's perfect. Beatport.com said that Joseph Ashworth is a native of London, and he often plays hedonistic sets, and then he loves vinyl. So that's very cool. That's very cool. This came out in 2017. It's called Canary by Joseph Ashworth. You know how good this song is, bro? Imagine being at a club and dancing with somebody you're gonna hook up with to this song. Like, it would be so majestic, you know? I'm hearing like an ode to breakdancing too. Like, I could see breakers rocking to this. It's so happy and bouncy. Canary is so pristine. And I'd consider Canary if someone was like, give me one song that best describes what you like. I could see myself saying Canary by Joseph Ashworth. It'd be an insane conversation, but I could see it happening. I gotta tell you, this music inspires me in lots of different ways. Sometimes creatively, like I write to this, but other times I can't do both. Listen to the music and write at the same time because the music dominates my thoughts. One time Eddie Murphy once said he thought jazz was overrated. To him it was just background music that you listen to while doing stuff around the crib. But often I can't do that with this like high-end EDM. Like I have to listen to it and interpret it and just sort of like be into it. Like I can't sit there and wash the dishes listening to EDM. Like, the cool thing about EDM is that it can make you think about your significant other, either one you're with or one you lost. Be careful though, this works two ways. You might cry, you know what I mean? But if the situation is right, they could be tears of joy about someone special. Bottom line, this music can get you horny. Yeah. So this song came out in 2017. It's by Way Out West. I love that scratch. It's called Tuesday Maybe. At first I didn't know if Way Out West was the song title and Tuesday Maybe was the group name, but it turns out to be vice versa, and that's cool. This song is wonderful. The vocals that come on soon semi-destroy the song, but I don't mean that literally. Like, the vocals are cool too. But this song farts around too much. You'll figure it out. You'll see what I'm saying, but it's awesome. I swear, I hear this song and it's like a search for someone. And the vocals mean they found someone special. So that raises the question, do you continue to search? The music says yes, you do. You still need to connect with that original person. Keep going. I'll leave it up to you if they ever find the person. MWOT Music, Bird's Ear View, DJ ThaWalrus1, and yours truly, Karen from Philly. Now, this song is by Way Out West, which is a union of Nick Warren and Jody Wisternoff. They tour and play real instruments. And Nick was quoted as saying that he thinks a lot about when Jody got naked on the Faithless tour. That sounds like a lot of fun. Now, about performing live and playing instruments, Jody Wisternoff said, it's just a more honest way to express your sound. DJing is awesome, but the majority of music you play is by other artists. So that raises the question, like, why do some of these EDM artists not call themselves DJs? You know what I mean? Is it DJ or not DJ? I like to call people DJ that are in this music because I think of DJ as a sign of respect. So I'll call people that don't call themselves DJ, I'll call them DJ. To me, it's a sign of respect. So I don't know though, like, I don't know if Christina Sky wants to be called DJ Christina Sky, or I don't know if Vintage and Morelli wants to be called DJ Vintage and Morelli. Like, I doubt it. They're just artists that make their own songs too. So it's like real confusing. But me being who I am and being 52, I'm gonna call you DJ. Great segue, Walrus. That sounded amazing, bro. Right here as we slip into Time Go By Quiver. A song that always stood out to me as lit. time goes by real fast for me. I think that it's like, if you're old like I am, Monday becomes Friday real fast, and the weekend blows through like a freight train. It's weird, man. Like, getting old is a sick phenomenon, but like, I'm trying to handle it the best that I can. We'll talk more about me like later. I'm 52 right now, just loving EDM, loving life, transitioning from male to female, and it's just an incredible time for me, you know what I mean? And doing a show that I love right now, MWOT Music, Bird's Ear View, keep it locked. According to DJ Mag, Forbes World said that the highest paid DJs are earning their lowest amount since 2013. And I think you remember the great famine of 2013, when DJs didn't have money, okay? And everyone was hungry for more music. There were no parties. But despite this decline, Calvin Harris still netted a cool 48 million this year, so we can all rest easy. The article went on to say that dance and electronic music styles rank as the third most popular on the planet, with an estimated 1.5 billion people listening to associated sounds worldwide. 1.5 billion people listen to this, like. And apparently the video game industry has made a major impact on the electronic scene of late. DJs are in recent versions of Grand Theft Auto, Fortnite, and Kingdom Hearts 3. That's what it said. I can't confirm or deny this critical news report. So you might hear that these fast songs get slow like this. And I call it the slow thing. I don't know the industry term for when it gets slow. I used to hate the slow thing, but I'm older now, so I don't mind it as much. But it still annoys me. But now I tolerate the slow thing because of the surrounding brilliance. My point is, you have to be creative when you slow a song down. There's subtle ways to keep it going and keep the energy up during the slow thing. So when these songs slow down, which I used to really hate, I tolerate it now, like I said, and I usually skip over the slow parts of songs in the beginning. But then during playbacks, I'll cue it up to the last few seconds of the slow thing, and that helps me start to like the slow thing too. Go Walrus, go Walrus, go Walrus. Yeah, man, sounding good, bro. I love that. DJ ThaWalrus1 killing it. Killing it. This song is called Cerulean by Max Dillon. The South Pole remix. And this song is a lit machine. It's non-stop, bro. This song is like Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. It's like Christmas because it's like one big great thing. It's like Hanukkah because it's made up of like a bunch of little cool things. And it's like Kwanzaa because people know less about it than they should. Cerulean came out in 2015. Walrus, you're killing it right now. My DJ is killing it. Loving it. So, there's been some controversy in EDM about genres. You know, trance, deep, progressive, like all the various forms of the music. And people are like, why are we breaking it down into genres? Tin Liquor was like, why do people still refer to genres? We have to, dude, because we don't want to get slammed with a whole bunch of stuff that is whack. So the best thing to do is what I do, like be open to different genres, but when you are listening to genres of music that is stuff that you're not into, then you want to like look for the best. You know what I mean? Like earlier I played some trance. I played Elysium 7 Baltic, you know what I mean? And that was like ill. I don't really like a lot of trance, especially a lot of trance with the slow thing. But I dig trance, especially the club experience, you know, like if it's like popping. So let's talk about my club experience. It's not vast. From 99 to 02, I lived in Las Vegas and was privy to an incredible dance club scene. I frequented a club called Utopia, which had a patio that overlooked the strip, and DJ Frank Ritzers would play till like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And it was just so great. He played like deep house, and if you have a chance, check out Frank's mixes on SoundCloud. He evidently like spins in Vegas and Thailand, and I actually want to go see him spin in Thailand. I have such fond memories of jamming out to Frank. And, you know, jamming with my friend Evelyn Ng, the poker player. And we would hang out at Utopia, and it was so chill. And like, for me to be able to hear Frank's mixes now on SoundCloud, it's like a special treat, man. And it's It's like the best thing that goes on, man. I listen to his mixes, like Frank Richards. Check him out on SoundCloud. It's like, just look him up, DJ Frank Richards. It's like an incredible experience. Yes, MWOT Music, Bird's Ear View. Coming up is, I think, is Walrus's best segue. Like, he did an incredible job, my DJ ThaWalrus1, but I love this segue into The Echo of the Mountain by Mark and Lucas, Lumadelic remix. That was so smooth, brother. Thank you so much for everything you did on this first episode of Bird's Ear View. We got more to come. Just hang out. It's all good. Okay, we are entering the phase of brilliance for MWOT Music, Bird's Ear View. Yours truly, Karen from Philly, DJ ThaWalrus1. The song you're hearing now, first off, that was The Echo of the Mountain by Mark and Lucas. That song was incredible. So what we're hearing now is we're going to hear one song by DJ ThaWalrus1. This one's called Nova. Then we're going to hear a song by Kiasmos called Looped. Then we're going to hear another song by ThaWalrus1 called Aura to close things out. And ThaWalrus1 is just incredible. Let me read to you ThaWalrus1's Patreon page, okay? He's brilliant, but he's like not known apparently. He's got 5 followers on Patreon for a total of $31 a month. And this is what he writes. I'm Kirill, that guy who dreams big and talks about it with his music. I'll be honest here, as I always am. I can openly say that music, it's all I can do. And my dream was to make music my #1 thing I want to do with my life. But reality is like a cold bath with ice, which I need to get each morning. Till financial problems can be solved, I can't do music all the time. I don't have a studio or manager or booking agent, and I don't act as an artist. I'm a simple guy with a daytime job like anyone else. And only at night, I can do new music. I hope it's just a matter of time, but for now, support of my fans is all I have. I'm thankful to each of you for your love. It means a lot to me. This guy, nobody knows what to do with this guy. He's incredible. DJ ThaWalrus1. At first I thought it was pronounced ThaWalrus1, but then I listened to this like mix show from Russia and I got the pronunciation. I mean, I wrote him like 2 or 3 times, but he never wrote me back, but I don't give a shit about that. Like ThaWalrus1, I think he liked a tweet of mine eventually, but just check out this song. It's brilliant. It's called Nova by DJ ThaWalrus1. MWOT Music, Bird's Ear View, DJ Avor, Nova. As we segue so excellently from Nova to a song that's amazing called Looped by Kiasmos. And the guys in Kiasmos play real instruments. So I don't know if people sleep on EDM. You know, like when people think of EDM, they go like doosh, 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 doosh. And like they act like it's like something corny, but really you listen to this song and it's amazing. Like, check this out. It's called Looped by Kiasmos. The people are playing real instruments and it's beautiful. Right here on MWOT Music, Bird's Ear View. Keep it locked. Perfection looped by Kiasmos right here on MWOT Music, Bird's Ear View. Karen from Philly, DJ ThaWalrus1. So good. So epic. I listened to that song I've listened to that song maybe 1,000 times. So incredible. Almost perfection. But now we are going to drop perfection to close out the show with a song called Aura by DJ Avor. And this song makes me think of my transition from male to female. I'm in the process of it. Check me out on Twitter at JoeMatt, M-A-T fan. And this song just blew my mind. It's like Beethoven-esque. It's one of the greatest compositions I've ever heard, actually. And it makes me think about transition, and there's so many cool things about EDM and being trans. I was always nervous about buying clothes, but I listened to DJ Christina Sky mix one time while I was buying clothes, and I just blew through it. So just listen up here. This is about as good as it gets, guys. Listen to this right now. Like, this is my favorite part of this song right here. When the beat kicks in, it's like so epic. DJ ThaWalrus1, one of the greatest songs I've ever heard. I don't know any other way to describe it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this whole show. It's over now, except for I'm going to wrap up, the MWOT, Monumental Waste of Time, my previous podcast. Wrap up that scenario for, because I just pulled the plug on MWOT real quick, and a lot of people love MWOT, and that's not my style, but it was the thing to do. And first off, I just hope you enjoyed this show, MWOT Music, Bird's Ear View, like something new, something different. Like, we're gonna do more. I'm gonna get Steve Miller to guest on an upcoming episode of Bev, Bird's Ear View. We call it Bev. And Steve was my partner on MWOT. And so MWOT's over. And people ask, like, why? You know what I mean? And there's a lot of reasons. Number one, first and foremost, I was tired of it. I worked so hard on that show, that podcast about Joe Matarese, comedian Joe Matarese, and my obsession for him. And to me, MWOT, and I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm not speaking for Steve. I'm not speaking for my former co-host, A+. I'm not speaking for Steve Miller, like I just said, or Steve Rees, who also appeared on like 5 or 6 episodes of MWOT. But my experience with MWOT had a happy ending. As you know, famously, I met Joe second time. Our first time meeting didn't go well, but the second meeting went awesome in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Joe was performing at very high-end place, Borgata Casino in Atlantic City, and I hung out with him before and after the show. We had drinks, we talked, we did a live stream that got over 1,000 views. Like, that's not a lot, but it's something. And to me, MWOT had a happy ending. That's not to say that MWOT had a happy ending for everyone. Make your own ending of MWOT and feel free to tell me about it. You know what I mean? But I had an incredible experience having a podcast about somebody, which is not common. A podcast about a single person and their life on and off stage. It's not common, but it was an amazing experience for me. And I'm so grateful to A+ and Steve Miller and Steve Rees and Chris Gamuffa from Laughcast and James Mashuli from Newt Studios, and Dylan Garvin from Studio D in Philadelphia, all the people that helped make MWOT possible. Special thanks, of course, to Mike David of Red Bar and Jules of Red Bar. I couldn't have done this show without any of the people I just mentioned, and it was an amazing experience for me. I love Joe still. The show had a happy ending for me, and I think it had a happy ending for Joe. He's moved on, and he's doing great things. So if you're a fan of MWOT and you wish it was going on, I feel you, and part of me wants to always do MWOT, but it was time to let go. We did it for 2 years, and I just want to thank everybody that supported the Monumental Waste of Time podcast for me. And let me wrap up by saying shout outs to the executive producer of this show, Bird's Ear View, KarenFromPhilly. I couldn't have done this show without DJ ThaWalrus1. He hooked this thing up, man, because I was prepared to, I didn't even know how to, I don't know anything about technology. I was prepared to just play like one song, stop, talk over dead air, play the next song. And Walrus came through with some majestic segues, and I'm just eternally grateful. So that's the crew right now. KarenFromPhilly is exec producer. I'm host and writer, Karen from Philly. Walrus is DJ at the ThaWalrus1, and Dylan Garvin at Studio D in Philadelphia at Dylan Garvin, Garven, is the man behind the boards here making this happen. And we're just so grateful. So stay tuned. We're going to do more. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. I love you. I'm really focused on my transition right now. I'm going to make my, not outside debut. I've been out dressed as a woman before, but very infrequently. I'm going to make my debut at the upcoming Trans Health Conference in Philadelphia in July 2019, which is a great event. Trans women from all over the world gather, and it's going to be like my coming out party. And I'm just really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this show and believing in this show. And until next time, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed MWOT Music's Bird's Ear View. Peace.